On this episode of Sally's Speed Shop, we buy whatever the heck this thing is. Alrighty guys, so my dad has this crazy plan where he wants to go get this completely ridiculous car and go on a pretty insane adventure. And I know that's a lot of adjectives, but they are well deserved because this is one of the stupider ideas we've ever come up with. And as a result, I need the car hauler. So I'm here at the future home of Sally's Speed Shop, and right now it's just a concrete slab, but on that trailer under that tarp is a 40 by 60 Quonset hut. And I know it doesn't look like there's a 40 by 60 building on there, but there is. And so we got to unload that so I can use the car hauler to run down to Florida sometime this week and grab an utterly ridiculous machine. I'm not going to give it away just yet, but stay tuned. You're going to want to see this. Good morning, everybody. Getting a little bit of a later start than I wanted to today, but got my load secured here on the back of the trailer, and I'm about to be southbound and down to Florida. Yep. Embracing the inner Florida man with the straw hat. Maybe they won't notice I'm from Georgia. Anyway, let's hit the road. I'm already feeling more redneck. I need to go buy something stupid. I believe I'm turning into the place where the car is at. We're about to find out. I'm both nervous and excited. Oh goodness. I don't see it yet. Oh, I see an H1, so I know that we're in the right spot. All right guys, well I made it to Florida, and check it out. This is Jake. Jake's Welding and Repair, right? That's your shop down here?
That's the shop.
And you're Mr. Come and Swap on Instagram.
Mr. Come and Swap.
So this is fitting. H1 with a Come and Swap in it. How cool is that? He has all kinds of cool stuff. Check this out. Anyway, so we're gonna go take a look at this car and see what it is I'm getting myself into.
Let's check it out.
What is this monster that you created?
67 Coupe DeVille convertible on a K10 four-wheel drive frame.
Yep, and those are 39.5-inch TSL Swampers. That is ridiculous. So, you'd think, it'd be hard to work on. It's a Cadillac, right? Well, no. It's actually just a Chevy underneath. And look at this. You can step on this bumper right here and get perfect access to work on the engine. Everything looks pretty good. I like the mounting technique. It's perfect, man.
Short a little duct tape, but
yeah, some duct tape and some zip ties, and this'll travel across the country.
she's meant.
Oh, it's so good. And I really do like that bumper. That is tough. Look how easy it is to work on everything too. You get in here, the turbo 350?
Yeah, turbo 350.
Turbo 350. Does it have 10 bolts in it? Oh, it is a 10 bolt. I'll probably break that at least 3 times. That'll be good. Look at the beautiful RV fuel cell in the back. And look at how nice this paint used to be. Not quite as nice anymore, but it's got some weight reduction here. Speed holes, you know, where there used to be a floor, now you just have pure ventilation. So the people in the back seat just get all of that heat from the engine. But otherwise, this is the epitome of class right here. Luxury at its finest.
Original cruise control.
Oh man, look at that. That is pretty cool. There was love letters in it?
Yep.
Well, it's a Coupe DeVille. There's got to be love letters involved because you're a ladies' man if you're driving this car. Is that underwear hanging from the mirror?
Yeah, it comes with some red panties.
This is definitely the most unique car I've ever bought. Look, oil pressure gauge. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's an auto meter.
And it does fire up.
Yep, it fires up.
All right. Look at those tires, man. That is a monster truck status. Need to come up with a clever name for this thing. So there's nothing left of the top. It's just toast. Apparently this is what you cut out of the Cadillac?
Yep, that came out of it.
And what made you take that beautiful thing out of there? I'm assuming you mentioned that it was overheating. That might have something to do with it.
It was running hot.
It's beautiful inside. But yeah, I think a small block Chevy is a good replacement. So there you go. Hit up Jake's Welding and Repair here if you need any Cadillac parts. He's got a whole front end complete with the transmission on it.
Yep, subframe.
There you go. In the picture on Facebook Marketplace, these beauties were right on the hood. And I didn't know if they were included or not, but it's a nice guy right here. He's including the horns that got to go on the hood. Let's see. We got to get the image. Oh man, just look at that.
Oh yeah.
Now that is what sold me right there. That's good marketing, sir. This car is so wide with these swampers on it that it's actually 88 inches wide. In between my fenders on my trailer over there is only 83 inches wide. So we're having to swap some smaller tires on to actually get it on there. It doesn't look good. It looks much better with that. That's not the right image.
Might have to throw the other one on.
Don't skip leg day. So Jake just fired this thing up and it fired so easy I missed it on video. Like, what is that? It's too good for me. Might be a little cold-natured, but she runs. Seems to be working. Alrighty guys, it's on the trailer. It's official, I got some paperwork. Never had a vehicle quite this top heavy on my trailer, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm sure the Florida Highway Patrol will absolutely love this. And of course, the Tonka truck is still hanging out. So we got double the load now. Let's see how the truck handles it. There we have it. I've embraced my inner Florida man. And this is what's on my trailer. Oh my goodness. That is a 1967 Cadillac on a K10 chassis. And it's got a small block Chevy, turbo 350, 4-wheel drive. It's on 10-bolt axles. 10-bolt axles with 39.5-inch super swampers. What a glorious creation. Got the Cadillac here in the background. But the real kicker is back there. That sunset is choice. You gotta take the time and enjoy every sunset when you have the chance. Because you never know which one's gonna be your last. Especially when you're buying stupid crap like this. Let's hope it makes it all the way back to Georgia. It's about a 6-hour drive from here. And that is one big old freaking car. You know I had to get Taco Bell on this trip. You can't go on a trip to Florida to pick up a lifted Cadillac and not go to Taco Bell. That would just be downright un-American. All right, so I've been on the road for a little while. First gas stop with the car. Got it under some lights, so let's take a look around. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. Got a small block Chevy. Look at those Mickey Thompson valve covers. Got an Edelbrock Performer intake, Holley 650 carb, MSD ignition back there. I don't know what's going on right here. All kinds of goodies piled in there. Real easy to work on too. Look at all the room around the transmission. Man, this is gonna be a breeze. Gotta fix the brakes, they're not hooked up. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, definitely some quality work going on here. Just a couple weekends they threw this together, so I'm not gonna knock any of the work that's been done to it. Jake and his guys, his friends that put this together, did a pretty awesome job considering, you know, it starts right up. Oh, I just pushed the ignition out of the dash. That wasn't a mistake. Fires right up, man. Just ignore that. That's nothing. But you can get a good listen to the exhaust through the floor. It's perfect. What a machine. I wonder if the radio works. All in all, I really couldn't be happier with this purchase. Now we just gotta finish dragging it all the way back to Georgia and get my dad's opinion on it because this was all his idea. I'm just along for the ride, and how could I say no to this glorious machine? I mean, people are gonna love this thing. Pretty good though. Door even shuts nice. In theory, this should be the final gas stop of the trip. Everything's been pretty dang uneventful, and the car's doing fine on the trailer. Still don't know why we need this thing. But just look at it. Would you look at that? Just look at it. Just look at it. Would you look at that? Oh, it's so good. Just a little patina here and there. You know, speed holes. This is one of those safety features, so you can actually look through your door through these holes and see if there's anything you're gonna run over. That's what that's for. What a beaut. Just like that, about 19 hours after I left this driveway, we are back with the goods. That is a long day right there. Whew. A lot of driving solo. Well, there you have it. That was a long, long day. But the Cadillac is here in Newton, Georgia. Fresh from Florida. And you could definitely tell that thing was made in Florida. I mean, just look at it. What a day. Anyway, time for me to get some sleep. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna let my dad see it for the first time, and I'll show you guys his reaction. Should be pretty priceless. Maybe I'll try to drive it tomorrow too. We'll see. So I'm out here at the build site for Sally's Speed Shop. It's right there. And getting the car unloaded. It's already drawing some blood, man. This thing is not gonna be easy, I can already tell. Maybe we should start calling it Christine or something. But you might remember we had to swap the front tires to get it between the fenders. And you would think we would have just left the small front runners on there so I could get it off easier. But no, we were being vain. And we wanted to look cool rolling down the road. So we put the big old swampers back on. So really, this is all my own fault. So I can't really complain. Can't blame the car for my own stupidity. Anyway, gonna wrap this in some duct tape and stuff. And she'll be good to go. Who needs the doctor? Just like that, little Gorilla Tape. We're right back to work. Gorilla Tape fixes everything, guys. I really don't want to be standing right here. This seems dangerous. This thing starts to roll away. I get caught by this door, I'm in trouble. I'm gonna change things up a little bit. Let's put you guys over here somewhere. Helps to have it in neutral. I'm just gonna stand back here. This seems safer. Look at this. It's so easy. I don't have to do anything. Never owned a proper winch in my life. Best thing ever. Look at that! It's unloaded! Boom, just like that. Got her unloaded all by my lonesome. What do you think, bud? Are you excited? Boop! Yeah! But now, I gotta swap those skinny little front tires out. They just don't look good on there. Cut to the time lapse, cause I'm gonna take a minute because I'm already tired. It's not good. Here we go. And I know I keep calling these small, but really, these are pretty big. This is a 36 by 1250 on a 16.5-inch rim, military tire. But compared to those 39.5-inch Super Swampers, they just look puny. But these came with the car for free, so never gonna turn that down. And that way, we have rims that are 16.5 inches in diameter in case we find some cheap military tires we wanna throw on this thing, because even though these have good tread, there's a good bit of dry rot going on. I think this one actually has some pieces trying to come off. But overall, they'll work off-road. This thing was apparently registered in 2008 in Alabama. I doubt it looked quite like this. And the fact that people actually towed stuff with that, that's just terrifying. And as you can see under here, this is Blazer frame right here. And if you look up there, there's still a piece of the Cadillac frame. And it runs pretty much all the way forward where they cut the front clip off. Here you can see it. Cadillac frame, Blazer frame. You know, double frame rails. This thing is solid. As you can see, it's just kind of sitting on top of the frame right there. Seems to be working pretty well. And there it is right there. They notched it to fit over. Might not be the nicest thing in the world, but it works. I'm pretty happy with it. And I will say, I'm not thrilled with the lift out back. Pretty sure those are factory springs right there. And it's just got one of them lift blocks that'll roll out from underneath you and kill you. And guys, don't skip leg day. A 10 bolt, really? With 39.5-inch tires? That should go real well. Oh well, let's see if it'll go for a drive. Doesn't really have any brakes. And everything else is kind of just sat in here. I mean, the seat is really, it's got that lean back feature, reclines, even though it's not supposed to. So that's real nice. And you know, if you do in fact lean back too far, at least you'll just go straight through the floor. Gotta be real careful not to scratch the paint while I climb up here, because it's just so nice. But you can't go for a test drive with a dirty windshield. That's just unacceptable. Gotta be able to see where you're going while you're running over stuff in a giant Cadillac. Beauty of a car, it doesn't have nice paint, that you can do this, and it doesn't really matter. Look at that. That's so easy to work on like that. So it turns out I lost the key somewhere on the return trip, probably when I fired it up at the gas station, which is unfortunate, but this is just a simple GM ignition switch. So all I got to do is run a jumper wire from here to the ignition and from there to the solenoid, but this is obviously something I'm just going to touch momentarily while I start it. Pretty simple. So in theory, now this will work. So I got to hit that switch and ooh, it's going to fire. There we go. She's a runner. All right, so my dad just got here. What do you think of this beauty?
Well, in life, success is often measured by the car you drive or the heights you attain in life, or maybe if you got an MBA. And so we've got a Cadillac here. It's lifted, so there's some height there. And we're going on a mud buggy adventure. There's our MBA. So I'd call it a success.
Yeah, and I know I haven't said that yet, but this car is not something we would normally buy. We bought this because our friend Josh Mazerol, who runs Vague Industries, is putting together an event. It was originally going to be in Arizona, but now it's in Tennessee, which is super convenient for us because we're in Georgia. And you basically take cars that were never four-wheel drive, like a convertible Cadillac, and you make them four-wheel drive and take them on this adventure and do a bunch of challenges. So we were going to do a Pacer with a Jeep frame underneath it. Kind of ran out of time. So we found this for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and we're going to go on the Death Wish Mud Buggy adventure.
It's a lot easier to just buy one that's already done already. Let somebody else do the work.
I wouldn't call it done, per se, but it's a lot closer.
Yeah.
Yep, so let's go for our first drive in it and see if we die.
She's a beauty. I need a ladder, man.
Look, this is how you do it. You just...
That's how a 26-year-old does it instead of a 56-year-old.
I might have something to do with it. So I lost the key to this thing, so I may have done some hot wiring here. It'll be fine.
It could be that it's stolen.
I don't know if the brakes work at all. Oh, yep, they feel great.
Is that
I think I need some timing adjustment.
DeVille or Devil? Maybe you're out of gas. Check out the fuel system.
Well, our first drive didn't last very long.
It doesn't like the gas being uphill.
It's a beast of a hood. Please don't fall on me. It's got some fuel, but it's spraying the wrong direction. It's spraying out the top of the car. Carburetor needs a little attention, that's for sure. Perfect. All over the place. That's what you want.
That starter sounds a little rough.
Need some shims. Should probably make sure it's getting spark.
Good? Yep.
Look at all this wiring. Let me show you guys what's going on in here. So, looking at some of this wiring.
It's quality.
Yeah, that's just exactly how you do it. Also is that. That's a good one. Yep. So I'm gonna say most of this is probably unnecessary. Because, I mean, look, there's just random connections everywhere. What is that? Like...
It's almost factory.
I don't know what's happening here, but I'm gonna just make sure these are all working like they should, because that's the MSD system. That's pretty important. Otherwise, you know, oh, that might have something to do with it. Look at that. All right, well, I gotta do a little bit of wiring, and it's gonna be boring, so I'm gonna say bye to you guys for now till this is fixed.
All right, so we found a wire unplugged on the MSD, so maybe it'll start now. Or not. And now we found a second wire that wasn't connected to anything on the MSD box. That's 2 already. That's not ideal. Let's see what happens now. There we go. Needs a little throttle input, but she's running. Anyway.
Yeah.
Very graceful. I think we need to get rid of these.
What did you do on the way back yesterday? Did you start out with those in the car?
Let's see if she moves. Oh gosh, no brakes. None.
Cut up the hill.
I got it. No brakes at all. None. The brakes do nothing. Oh, maybe a little bit right there at the end. You gotta really stand on it. We need to mount our seat because it's not mounted.
I like it.
We got no brakes, but
You can roll up the hill.
we're taking our first drive. I'm just gonna go up a hill. That way I know we can roll back down it. She runs and drives.
Yeah.
On some level. Moby's like, what are they doing?
It's like factory.
Yeah, it needs some timing adjustment. But it kind of works. What do you think?
I think we're ready for a road trip to Tennessee.
I wouldn't quite go that far. Also, this car is flat out trying to kill me because it cut me earlier. And that's kind of sealed up a little bit, but that's a deep little sucker right there. And it just shocked me with every bit of that MSD box that's under the hood when I tried to adjust the timing while it was running.
How many gigawatts you think that was?
At least 1.21, for sure. Oh, it hurts in my chest still. That's not good. You want to ride in the Cadillac, Moby? Way on up here.
Never ridden in such style, have you, Mubs?
I wouldn't exactly say she sounds healthy, but she is running again. Pretty sure it's got a stuck valve. You hear that popping noise? That's not supposed to happen. It needs a little love. We made it like 12 feet. Yep. But anyway, at least we know that it runs, even though it kind of sounds like there might be a valve stuck with the popping noise it's making. The transmission does in fact go into drive and reverse. The headlights work and the wipers work. Didn't expect anything to work on the dash, but apparently some of the stuff is still wired up. Buy a piece of junk car that's on 39.5-inch tires for a drive around your yard because it has no brakes. Moby likes it, and that's what counts, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to follow along on Instagram, it's at Jacob Ross Davis. And he posts very rarely, but it's Tim Davis 365. And I guess that means he's Tim Davis 365 days of the year.
That's
I
right.
don't really know.
On a leap year, there's one day where I'm not.
What? Anyway, thanks for watching. There'll be way more to come with this car, so stay tuned.